Hi, everyone, and welcome to Orlando Live. I'm Raisa Pascal, and today we have a very special guest with us in the hot seat. Joining us from Los Angeles on her boat is up-and-coming female director Catie Skipp. Catie, welcome to Orlando Live.
Hi, thanks so much for having me.
All right. You are making your directional debut with the documentary Florida Woman, which is screening at the Florida Film Festival as part of the Florida Shorts program. How does it feel to be making your debut and seeing all of your hard work come to fruition?
I'm honestly so excited, and I couldn't really think of a better place to do it. Not only am I, born Floridian from Miami, Florida, but also the story has its core in it's just kind of your quintessential Florida story. So it's really exciting, and it's just kind of the perfect place for me to kind of have a launch of my career.
Absolutely. And let's dive into that story and get the question out there that everyone wants to know. Who is Florida Woman and what is this movie about?
Great question. The fun thing about it is, there's a lot of definitions of what the Florida Woman could be. For this film specifically, Florida Woman is a woman named Mary Thorne, who I found because she went viral when she was fighting to save her clothes-wearing, ATV-riding pet alligator, and she kind of became this viral news sensation, which also kind of fell under the umbrella of Florida Man, which I think a lot of people are kind of aware of and familiar with. And that's what kind of led me down this rabbit hole of trying to understand who she really was and what her story was behind kind of that sensationalist media sensation. And so she actually is this incredibly kind, empathetic woman who just has a pet alligator that she was, trying to save from being taken away.
You say that so casually. She just happens to have a pet alligator, as you sometimes do.
Very Florida.
Very Florida. So what was the research like for this film and just the process of telling this story? A lot of films premiering at the festival are from the minds of the directors, of course, but this is, something you have to work on to put together as a documentary. So if you could talk about that process.
Yeah, of course. So pretty much, as I mentioned, I'm originally from Florida. I moved out to California, and this kind of concept of Florida Man kind of kept coming up. And often it was in a way that was almost kind of ridiculing the people from Florida. And I started at kind of that point, like, okay, these stories are everywhere. People love to read them, but at the same time, they kind of love to make fun of them. And so really I started at that point and started looking into who these people were when I came across Mary's story. And at that point, I kind of looked into what happened, who she was, and what occurred with her alligator Rambo. And I reached out and just wanted to kind of have an open dialogue and conversation with her. And she turns out was very open to this and to just kind of telling her story through maybe a slightly different lens than most people had approached her. So it started at that point, and then I also felt it was very important to, speak with the journalist that first covered the story, whose initial article is really what was the catalyst for all of the rest of, social media and news broadcasts to pick it up and spread it from there. So yeah, I was really just going there. I, was with Mary for pretty much a full weekend, just kind of understanding what her life was, what it was to fight for her alligator, and how the news kind of took it. She kind of lost control of the story at one point because the news really, took it and ran with it. She really tried to, just humanize who she was and understand her. And yeah, that was kind of the process.
Right. And if you could also explain maybe the process of submitting the film and just that feeling of finding out you were accepted into the Florida Film Festival. What was that like? Where were you when you found out the news?
That's a great question. So I, have submitted this to different festivals, but this is where it's going to be its actual premiere. And so I really, when I found out I was accepted, I couldn't think of a better place, not only because I think audiences in Florida are really going to see something that they've never seen before.
Mhm.
But also to be able to, share it with family, friends, and, everyone in between was really exciting. And my first instinct was I was really excited to share the news with Mary, actually, because I was hoping she would be able to join. Unfortunately, she won't be able to make it because she has an alligator. I don't want to spoil anything, but she does have an alligator to take care of. So she wasn't able to join.
No spoilers. We want everyone to watch the film. And you will be in attendance at the Florida Film Festival?
I will, yes. So the film screens this Saturday, April 10th at 10 a.m. So I will be there and excited to share the stage with another film as well.
Absolutely. And what are you hoping everyone takes away from the experience of watching your film?
I hope one that they're entertained and that they learn something new. But also, really, I think my biggest goal is to kind of subvert the expectations that people go into it. I think they, seeing the title, seeing what it's about, kind of go in with one thought in mind. And I hope that they kind of leave rethinking not only about her story, but really when they see a headline that they want to just easily share and click, and maybe that they'll take a second thought and think about the person behind that headline.
Absolutely. Catie, thank you so much. And how can our watchers learn more about you and learn about upcoming projects you have coming up?
So I do have a website. It's cskipp.com. But hopefully this will be going to more festivals and eventually have a digital presence online as well. So more soon.
All right, we look forward to more from you, but in the meantime, we do look forward to seeing Florida Women. Everyone, you can catch it premiering on Saturday, April 10th at the Enzion Theater for the 2021 Florida Film Festival. Thank you for watching, and don't forget, keep Orlando awesome. We'll see you next time.